Hi everyone, I'm John Knapp from Knapp's Archery, and I've been shooting archery for about 45 years now. I love to hunt, and I've been involved in target archery also. I have a small archery shop in Pennsylvania, and I got to thinking about release aids, and I'm encouraged by all the modern technology that we have today in archery, but I just thought that maybe for me it was time to go back to the basics and simplify the release aid a little bit and get it into a multitasking tool. So I was able to do that by coming up with the IMA Release. The letters IMA stand for Integrated Mechanical Advantage, and that says a lot about the design. It's a one-piece release with no moving parts. It has a release hook on it, and it also has a non-release slot on it. It's great for pulling back your bow for exercise indoors or in the archery shop that people don't dry fire our bows, and then you flip it over and you use the hook and insert it in your string loop, and then it becomes a back tension release. And it is the simplest of all back tension releases that I've ever used. I've been able to harvest 6 deer in the last 2 years with it. It works great for hunting, and I'm getting good reviews from pros and amateur target shooters that are shooting high scores with it. So we'd like to take time today, if you let us, to demonstrate a little about it, and I'm even going to show you how you can use it for a knock turning tool as well. So that's why I call it multitasking. Thank you very much. We'll get on with the demonstration here. I'd like to introduce you to Kerry Warner. He's my staff shooter here at Knapp's Archery. He shoots the IMA Release, and I'd like to have him demonstrate some things for you. First of all, we'd like to use the slot and show you how it's a non-firing, non-release type of a tool. And he's going to just pull it back and simulate shooting, but there's no arrow in it. Now he can squeeze that and it will not go off. But also, he can simulate his shot. This makes it a great target panic tool. That's something I didn't realize till after I had this designed. Now you can pull it again for 1 or 2 times, Kerry, and make like you're shooting and actually squeeze the release like you want it to fire. And then you can let it up when you execute your shot. And see, it won't go off, folks. So Kerry can do that whenever he's ready. He can let it up, and then he can do that for 4 or 5 days straight. We used to shoot with our eyes closed to practice our form. And for me that didn't do much because I still had to fight the pin and the target. But now he can steady up on that target for 4 or 5 days, then simply flip it over and go through his firing procedure. Now he's going to load an arrow and show us how simple it is to use the IMA Release. First of all, you need to take your thumb and turn it a little bit and squeeze your thumb toward your index finger. And he'll show you how he shoots. He's a very accomplished archer, and we like to watch him shoot now. Okay, that's good. I'll give him for you.
I've shot a lot of releases over the years. I spent a lot of money on different releases, and this here seems to be the simplest release I've ever shot, and the best one by far that I've ever shot. Shot my highest scores that I've ever shot with this release right here. It's very simple. I take and usually I try to practice every once in a while indoors when I can't get outdoors to practice, and I'll use the hook, and it can't go off at all with the hook, and draw back, and when I get back I simulate my squeeze on the target while I'm aiming on the target, and then I let down. I do that 10, 20 times a day if I have the time to do it. And I think it really helps me with my target panic, for one, And number two, it just helps me shoot better, gets my arm stronger. So I'll demonstrate that now. You just come back to full draw, aim up just like you're going to shoot, steady on the target, and then start your squeeze. And then let down. Give yourself a couple minutes to get your muscles relaxed again, and then do it over again. If you do that a couple times every day, you will definitely see a huge advantage on your shooting. Then when I do get outdoors to shoot, I'll warm up a little bit like that, maybe 3-4 times on a target. Then you just hook in the hook. You keep your thumb on the back. That's your safety, so it can't go off. It can't hit you in the mouth. Hold your thumb on there and draw. When you get back, I get on target. And I line everything up, and when I'm ready to shoot, I drop my thumb off, and then I start my squeeze with my back tension. Most of the time, that's the result.
I'd like to bring a couple more points out here. The first one is that we make two models of the IMA Release, a black one and a bronze clear colored one. These are releases that are made out of one solid piece of 6061 aircraft aluminum. They're CNC milled, and they're anodized with a hard anodizing so that the wear will be very minimal for a long period of time. So the point that I'd like to make here is not only can you use this to shoot and to use as a non-release for practice, but you can also use it for a knock turning tool. We insert the knock in there, and we can very easily turn any type of an Easton or a Carbon Force or any of these knocks or Beemans that go in there and turn them to get them located in the field while we're shooting. So you see, it's a very versatile tool, and I'd like to remind you that if you do go to buy a release, we would be glad if you'd consider us. And also remember, if it doesn't have the IMA and our signature Archer on here, that it's not an original, genuine IMA Release. So be sure to get the best when you buy one. Now I'm going to introduce to you now my grandson. And his name's Landon Heiner. He's 11 years old. He loves to shoot a bow. Been shooting for a couple years. And he chooses to use the IMA Release as well. He uses the black model that has smaller finger holes. So he's going to show you how he can shoot right now. We're at a close distance, and he's probably a little nervous, but he's going to show you that even a youngster can do it. Okay, Landon. Shoot two for us.
Why am I here, please?
Okay, good job, Landon. Very good shooting. Thank you.